Hello everybody, Dr. Bob here again with another tip. And as usual, most of my tips involve food because healthy food helps prevent diseases, and particularly being an optometrist, an eye doctor, I want to try to prevent cataracts or at least slow them down as much as possible. I want to prevent macular degeneration, and certainly it's not all due to genes. Mostly it's done by chemicals or done with chemicals. And at the same time, we want to try to prevent glaucoma. We're not quite sure how much is food related, but everything's related to food, so it has to have some bearing on it. So today I want to talk about beef. Now, beef has been demonized for years, and in fact, fats from beef was condemned by a doctor by the name of Ancel Keys back in the 50s and 60s. He had this theory that fats caused heart disease, and so he took information to support his theory and ignored 22 other studies that said he was wrong. And he come up with this theory, and people, particularly doctors and drug companies and people, have been buying into this for 40 or 50 years. Truth of it is, Ancel Keys was totally wrong. And if you see some doctor, and I've seen this before, going, well, no, he was right. Well, the only people believe he's right are idiots that don't want to read and don't want to learn. Bottom line is, beef is a health food if it's grown properly. Now, it is not proper when it comes from a feedlot in West Texas or some other part of the United States or Oklahoma or Colorado or wherever, because for the most part they're feeding grain. Grain is a very unhealthy product for a ruminant animal, like a cow. The grain destroys the omega-3s and the other beneficial fatty acids that come with beef. So the bottom line is, beef is a health food if it's grown properly. That means no chemicals, no vaccines, and certainly no grains. Now, a lot of people get all warm and fuzzy, and I'm joking about that, but they do get upset because the way animals are processed and treated, and I can't disagree with them. When you see animals slaughtered in these slaughterhouses, it's horrible. What they do to chickens and cows is horrible. On the other hand, that doesn't mean it has to be done that way. But if you're one of these that believe that cattle is bad for the environment, global warming if you wish, and the carbon footprint, you're wrong. Cattle is the solution to saving this world and to minimizing the carbon footprint. The best thing for absorbing carbon and switching it to oxygen is grass. It's not plants grown that are genetically modified, that are beans and corn and other things. It's covering that soil. It's covering it and creating humus to hold the moisture, to keep the droughts down, and to keep the flooding down. The bottom line is, the only way you can restore the soil is with cattle. They graze, they take a product that is totally unhealthy and unusable by people, and they make a really good product if it's done correctly. And as they urinate and as they poop, it goes back in the soil and builds the soil and builds the bacteria. And again, you build the humus. And if you do it properly with what's called management intensive grazing, you just can't believe, unless you get into it and study and learn, you can't believe how much better the soil will be. So the bottom line today is, healthy beef is a health food, and it's healthy for the environment. And anything that helps cover ground, meaning grass, instead of plowed fields that are exposed to the sun and drought and everything else, anything like that we can get rid of, we're going to be better off. So again, one of my tips, I hope you found it was interesting. If you'd like to come and talk about it sometime, come to my office. I'm next to Eyecrafters in Arlington, Texas, and we do specialize in contact lenses and other health-related issues. And again, a healthy eye is a good eye, and that's what we're trying for. Thank you.